Once upon a time, my friend's cat, um, Candace, your cat, Candace, if you're listening, when she peed in my bag, remember she got mad at me and she peed in my bag? Here's what you didn't know. Later, I peed on her. I just pissed all on that cat because she peed in my bag. I had to throw it away. I had to throw the bag away. Just pissed off. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know they did shit like that. That was the first time. That was many years ago. Many years ago. And it felt good. Sure as fuck did. It felt like the right thing to do. I would do it again. Nobody was there to see it. It was a personal satisfaction, a solo act. But I did. I peed on her. I peed on that cat. Peeing in for destroying my little bag. Tea is pretty good. I make some kick ass tea. I don't care what you say. It's great shit. I don't have no phone during the day, so I don't make no videos. I make a few and then I delete them because there's no space. I got sick of it and just I can't even play the Call of Duty, so I took it out. They keep adding new shit to my phone. Every day they try to update it again, and I turn the automatic update off. So what the fuck? You fucking jerks. Why? Why? There was something else. It may have been something else, but I can't think of it. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something about the planets. It doesn't matter. It's weird. Weird. The summer bugs are taking over. I don't have the means to poison them. I, you gotta use poison. You can't not poison them. You're gonna smash every one. There's millions of them. They go too fast. They're. I think the orgone affects them positively. I started taking it outside so it wouldn't be in the house. That it wouldn't benefit them. Uh, but I didn't never do that for very long. I was like, fuck them. They're extremely resilient, and they're already kind of resilient. With the survive the fucking Holocaust bullshit. Will they survive? They say they'll survive a nuclear blast. I don't think any of the ones in the blast zone are going to survive. But a roach can live for 7 days without its head. And then you know what kills it? Cramming stuff in the hole. It fucks itself up. That's why it dies. That's disgusting. That is despicable. If you can live without your head, something's wrong with you. You're not a you're not a classy creature at all. You need to go. I don't know what their natural function is. Maybe somewhere in nature they could be out there cleaning up some mess. But inside of a house, they can eat a fingerprint. A fucking roach can eat and live off your fingerprint. It can eat the grease off the from your touch. And all kinds of fucking bullshit. It just has a hullabaloo. A freaking hullabaloo. How do you feel about that? It's fucked up, right? That's what I thought. We took an interesting way back. We went over to this guy Dave's house. Dave is a guy that he's known for a real long time, but he's a character, and he was saying some weird shit. And so I was like, "Are you RH negative?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I am." Then he went to say the same shit about watches that I tell everybody about my dad and myself, because I can't wear a watch. I'm not RH negative though. I just have it in pretty close proximity, and I don't have half the weird shit that he also mentioned. I have other weird shit. I mean, usually if you have something that doesn't let you like wear a watch, so you don't wear the watch, or you have weird magnetic anomalies, maybe they short out the fucking computers. There's still stuff you can do about that, and there's stuff you can do that's positive that if you were to investigate, you could find out, and you should be doing. But you don't know. You don't fucking know. There's some of the things from the real far back past that certain tribes have like passed along and remember. One of them is like, I think the kahunas do this thing with their kids when they are born. They um they do something with their feet so that your Achilles tendon needs to get the full range of motion, so they work it. I don't know exactly when, but I mean it makes a little bit of sense because most of us, we don't, our feet are kind of fucked up. They're not very well designed, and it doesn't really carry our weight too good. There's a lot of things about the human that doesn't look like we belong here at all. The only primate that walks upright, there's some monkeys that do it for a little while, but they don't just walk around on two legs primarily. Most of them mostly walk on four and then can stand up. I think there is one monkey that mostly does walk on two. It's that snow monkey. When you see it all, I think it's in Japan. Real cool. And if you could get a monkey to do, I just totally went left field and abandoned the whole original story I was telling. Anyway, we go over there because I guess his wife, a lot of women need it cold. They have hot flashes. They want it cold as fuck, and they'll bitch and bitch and bitch. So, and obviously that tactic works. It makes men do shit because they're tired of hearing your fucking ass. So they want to, solve the problem. You know, but his shit was working excellently, and it's just so fucking hot. You know, the conclusion, couldn't add any more refrigerant. Would have been too much. And he was getting really good fucking cold air coming out of his vents because he went and took the thermometer. But it was an interesting place, and it was in the hood. Somebody tells you a story about somebody, and you normally you're imagining a scene in your mind. Most people don't put any thought into what's going on with that, and some people don't see any scenes. I didn't know that until maybe a couple years ago. I was like, well, that's weird. They don't see shit in their head. I see pictures in my head. You know, um, obviously, or I guess it's reasonably concludable that we've been fucked up by our dietary shit or whatever. Because like some of the stuff people that had a lot of people had was like the eidetic memory. The people that could read the book and tell you. My grandpa was that way. They said he would read books like this, and he could tell you what page, and you could check him. You could go tell him page 200, and he would be able to remember and read the fucking second paragraph if that's what you asked for. And that's just fucking amazing. You know, he read a the books on the things that he would needed to do for his job, which I don't know what he needed to read for that. He worked at the paper mill. He was a beast of a man. He looked like a freaking, yeah, he had a lot of Indian in him, but he was real big and like, and for whatever reason, he got the name Dopey, like the dwarf. And sometimes people would say dumbass shit and he would check their ass because he didn't like being called Dopey in the wrong context. But they called him Dopey, and it just sounded, they had such dumbass names for the family members on that side, my dad's side. I thought, you know, being the child and shit, and having another, my mom's side of the family, which all had normal names. Nobody was called no weird shit. I guess not everybody does that. I give people nicknames. I give them nicknames that stick too. A lot of times, it's happened a lot, and you got to use that with, you have to be cautious with that too. Just like drawing caricatures. If you can draw a real good caricature of somebody, I worked with this Mexican guy, but he was in jail. We were both tunnel workers, so we'd sweep the tunnel, but he couldn't speak any English. And I drew a spitting image of him sucking a dick. He got so mad. You really need the language barrier there to bring the bring the temperature back down on the situation. There was no way to do it. He didn't understand. I was like, relate, relate. It's a joke. I don't even know how to say a joke. What's a joke in Spanish? I don't know what you say to say that. I have conversational Spanish, mostly about hammering shit. I used to ask the Mexicans. I would go onto a job in Houston when I worked at a certain company, and would just go onto the job and like loudly announce to all the Mexicans that were there doing like the sheetrock and the bricks. I would just talk to all of them at one time. They would all listen. I was like, homies. I would ask them questions and shit. They would answer. We would do it for like a couple minutes. It was a period of the day, every day. I don't know how it came about. You can talk to a group of people as a representative of your own if you'd like, if you have the ambassador spirit. It was a conversation piece too, because like I said, the guy lived in the hood, and there's been all there. Number one, it was crazy as fuck when we went over there because of the traffic shit. I don't miss anything about traffic construction. It's horrible. It's always fucked up, and it's always going to be in a city because the city's always developing. It's always got to have shit going on. Well, they have all kinds of shit going on there. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't pleasant. But he described so many shootings and had been shot, and ricochet bullets hit him. Everybody runs out and runs out with the gun. Anytime there's some shit, everybody on the street comes out. I'm like, if people are shooting, why are you gonna go out? You might get shot. I was like, I don't know, but everybody does it. Everybody goes out. I try not to go towards gunshots myself, but that's only because the Mexicans were shooting at me. Me and my friend Taylor were out in the woods, and it was a younger kid, a Hispanic boy, and we were talking to him, but he didn't understand what we were saying. And he went and got his gang member friends, said we were trying to do something to him, which we weren't. He just couldn't understand us, and he was scared, I guess. And they started shooting at us. The fucking bullets was whizzing past our head, and we just walked away and got away. But you know, it was pretty fucked up because that shit happened all the damn time. It happened a lot. I don't know why. Usually it had to do with some Hispanic person didn't know what the fuck you were saying, but then they would go snitch to their buddies and try to come whoop your ass for something that they didn't even know what was going on. Then they lie about it and then try to get your ass whooped. And sometimes you do get your ass whooped. We got tortured one day. Like, I thought they were going to kill us. These, we're young. We're like maybe 12, 13. But these are like 15 and 16 and 17-year-old like gang members, you know, and they want to have fun with it since they're on a call because Tito thought you were trying to take his fucking axe or something. Oh, it's because we had machetes going into the woods because we'd go into the fucking woods. You need a machete, you need an axe, you need all your shit. Fuck, that's what we did. We went out there and we built fucking uh I don't know, little shelter shanties and shit. And one time we found this place. There was another neighborhood. It's three neighborhoods. There's one in the front was Pine Trails, and Pine Trails was across from the schools, the elementary and the middle school. So if you got out of middle school and you wanted to walk home, you just cross the street, uh, hang against the back wall of the or back alley of the neighborhood, and you'd get to the easement or whatever the fucking wilderness part of it was that had the service road. It had a water treatment thing, a little bridge. That's usually where we got into the confrontation with the Mexicans. They would come at us at the little broken bridge. It was broken. It didn't connect on one side. It was most of the bridge, but the actual last foot of it wasn't there. It was a hole. You could fall into it. Had a pipe on it that we would cross and do dumb shit, dumb kid shit. But my neighborhood attached to that, well, the easement from the bridge went down. It was like a ditch that went like maybe a mile, and it was another neighborhood. And all these neighborhoods, you'd have to drive on the road quite a ways to get to the entrances of. But off, it was the kids from that one, so it was far down in there and inside the woods. These motherfuckers built this Robinson Crusoe ass shit. I mean, they chainsawed the wood, built bridges. It was badass. Kudos to them because they had all the fucking tools that we didn't have. And it was like older white kids was doing it. It was fucking insanely fucking cool. We met them and started hanging out with them. We didn't hang out with them very much one time. But it's interesting. It's just shitty that you get so many people into an area, and if there's a language barrier, it could get you fucked off. Especially in Mexicans, they'll hit you with their vehicle. The real mucho Mexico Mexicans, because in Mexico they drive crazy as fuck. They'll hit you, hit your car, try to go. So there was a instance of somebody having to run out with the gun and citizen arrest the guy to stay, so he can get his shit paid for, because they'll fuck your shit up and they'll murder you. I was fucking a girl that when she was um, young and in school, and I don't know why she had brought a gun to school, but she did. And one of her friends, when they would walk home, there were some Mexicans, and this Mexican boy was trying to rape her friend, and she shot his ass in the back of the head, murdered him, and just left him. She told me this story, and I'm like, that's player, that's badass. I mean, it's kind of fucked up, but I mean, if I was a woman and I was being raped and I had a gun, I would shoot you. You know, a lot of women don't do that. Well, normally they don't have a gun, but if they did, they'd probably shoot you. Some of them won't. Some of them just freeze up and just go with it. They're still being raped. It's not like they've given you consent, but I've never been in a situation. No means no. That's what I heard Nancy Reagan say, or Was it not do drugs? I don't know. Whatever Nancy Reagan said, I'm sure it was irrelevant. But no, women should shoot more rapists. You really should. Y'all should shoot rapists. Even attempted to be rapings should earn the aggressor a bullet. Cap his ass. Some people are real. They don't want to defend themselves. I don't know why. I mean, if somebody's fucking with you, you should fight back. Shouldn't let somebody just fuck with you, bully you, or hit you, or attack you, rape you, without, fighting back. But to each of their own, I guess. I don't have an arsenal of all kinds of guns. I'm down to just one. But it's good to know that you have it. If somebody came fucking around here, it's a very unlikely to happen ever. But like, if somebody did, I could shoot them, and that feels nice. It feels a lot safer than if you couldn't. You hit them with a baseball bat. I don't want to hit them with a baseball bat. I want to shoot them in the kneecap. I probably would shoot them in the kneecap. I'm not gonna shoot you in your fucking head, unless like you're fucking with my children or something. I might do that. I mean, fits of passion, anger, and indignation, righteous indignation, where somebody's done something real fucked up, do what you got to do. The best deterrent to crime is good people, citizens who can defend themselves. It keeps crime down. People ain't trying to fuck around if they know all these Texans, they're all strapped. They're not going to try to do some dumbass shit because they'll get their fucking ass fucked off. It deters. But they put a lot of these bonds on, let's save the children and all that shit. Criminals get guns illegally because they're criminals. They're going to fucking have a gun. It's not going to be registered. So if you take the guns away from people, normal people that'll be lawful, you're fucking up society. So don't do it.